Hey guys, Joe Buddan here, back for part 4 of the Learning How to Explore video series. For this video, I'm just going to teach you how to scan down sites. So here I am outside in space. I want to point out that I'm using the the probe fit that I linked you guys in the previous video. So I'm not doing this in a pimped out ship or anything. It's just a probe, very basic frigate. So to start with, you're going to hit, I think the default button is Alt plus P, as in pencil. I prefer to sort my signals based on signal string up. So all this green stuff here, none of this is what we're looking for. We're looking for these red cosmic signatures. These are unknown signals that we are going to scan down to see if there's any loot inside. So first thing you want to do is you should be logged into DeepSafe, as I covered. You want to check here and make sure that the site hasn't been reported. In this case, there's nothing here, so this site hasn't been reported. Sometimes if a site has been reported, then you can see that it's like a wormhole or something that we're not looking for, so you can go ahead and safely skip that site. It saves you a little bit of time. So we have our probes loaded in our probe launcher. We're going to launch our probes, click that button, and you can see now, as I zoom in here, they appeared in space. You are going to want to click on this pinpoint formation button, and that will organize them like this. There's a couple other preset formations. Pinpoint is typically the most accurate for scanning down sites, so you can click and drag this blue box here. So we're looking for this red X. You can also double click it here and it takes you over to it. So we're looking for this. There's a couple ways you can do this. When you're first starting, what might be easiest is to just expand the size that you're scanning to 8 AU. As you see here, the bubble gets bigger. Bigger scans will result in less powerful scans, but they cover more area. So 8 AU, you can center it here. Quick tip for centering, if you double click in space right there, it flips your camera 90 degrees. This allows you to quickly orient to the correct height. So here are the correct height, but we're way off this way. Double click, flip it over. Now we are centered, boom. Go ahead and you can click Analyze, or its default hotkey B. Your probes will teleport. This is the actual scan portion here. You can reduce this by skilling up things that decrease your scan speed, but it doesn't take too long. So now you see a couple things. This has moved over to here, and you also see that we have a 14% signal strength. So we need to get this to 100 in order to be able to go into the site. So we're going to recenter. You don't have to be super precise about this, honestly. Probably being a little bit too precise. We're going to lower our size. Since it didn't move too far, I'm comfortable dropping it 2 sizes instead of just 1. You can also hold an Alt and spin your mouse wheel to do this really quickly. Go ahead and hit B again. B as in boy. We're going to scan. So this is actually a relic site, which is cool because that's good loot. So I can go ahead and cover that one in my next video really quick. But we gotta keep scanning. Not quite there. I'm gonna lower the size again. Scan again. While this scans, when you mouse over a site, I can't point to my mouse, but you see how it says, oh I can, right there, level 1? Typically when you're starting out, you're only going to be able to scan down sites that are levels 1, 2, and 3. You're not going to be able to scan down 4 or 5. As you get better skills, you'll be able to do it. And the 2 things we're looking for are relic sites and data sites. Those are unguarded, and so you can just zip on in there. It's free loot. You just got to beat the hacking game. There won't be NPCs. There could be an enemy player, right? So you have to be careful about that. So always keep your eye on local. I'm in our staging, or not our staging. I'm in our home system, so there's a lot of people in local. But keep an eye on local. The other thing I want to cover is like while you're scanning, I'm tethered to our keep star, so I'm invulnerable. But if you're just like off into space, make sure you cloak up. Or if you're exploring an esoteria, if you want to be really safe, you can always just go and tether. There's always going to be buildings around. So if you're up in Stain, there's no buildings. So just, go off the gate a little bit, get like 10, 20k away, or warp to the sun at 100k or something. point yourself in a random direction, cloak up. Just make sure you're not just sitting there in the middle of nowhere. People will kill your frigates if they find you. We don't want that. So, I guess another quick trick I will give you. You will see that. Oh, I didn't even finish this. You'll see that the site is green now. So we've scanned it down. We can now right-click it. We can warp to it, which is what we're looking to do. So, if you're having problems, kind of like, let's say you're like 95 and you can't quite get it. If you hold in control, you can drag these further away. I don't know why, but you don't want to completely overlap them like this. For some reason, that gives me really bad results. But drag them in a little bit, like this, and you can sometimes squeak out an extra couple percent if you're almost there. So, but then when you're done, make sure you click that pinpoint formation button. It'll spread them out again. And like I said, just starting, you should be able to scan down up to level 3. I think level 4 takes around 90 strength to scan down. You can see here I'm at 82.4. It shows all your bonuses and such. 90 would be for level 4, and around 100 for level 5. And there's a couple of special sites where I'm not quite sure exactly the strength it takes to scan down, but yeah, just shoot for 90 and 100. If these videos are well received, I might kind of make a couple more videos, maybe explaining how to kind of advance from the basic probe, what ships to get into, gear and stuff, because there's a lot of items you can buy to increase your scan strength. They're just a little bit more expensive and not really friendly for new players. You kind of want to just get into the swing of things before you start dumping millions of ISK into ships that you might just blow up. So that was scanning. Thanks for watching, and then the last video, or the next one should be the last one. It'll be how to actually hack. So see you then. Bye.